Hi guys, Raiho here. As you can see, I thought today I would do a little video about the original Expendables movie because I don't think I've ever talked about this movie even in my older videos, and it's definitely not on the channel now. So I thought I might as well talk about it, especially with the new one being out. I think like just last Friday, and I'm definitely going to see that soon, or at least hopefully. And I'll probably have a chat about that when that comes out. But I thought today I would talk about the original film. Just in a second. Here. Oh, that's good. Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, so this is the copy I have of the Expendables. It's the Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy one. It was just last night that I found out that there is also this version of the film. I shouldn't have brightened it there. The extended director's cut. So I guess this one came out in 2010. The film itself came out to theaters I think it was August 13th, 2010, and this Blu-ray came out, I don't remember, it must have been closer to Christmas, I would imagine, and I of course got this one as soon as it came out. I had no idea that in 2011 this one had come out, which is the director's sort of extended cut. I guess it has like, I think the runtime in this one is 104 minutes, I don't know if you can see that there, 103 minutes. On the bottom, you won't be able to see that. And I think this one runs at like 111 or something like that, so there's almost 10 minutes of footage. There might be more than that, I can't remember, it might be 114 minutes. And I believe some of the music is remixed to that one. They use that song by, what's the name of the band? Shinedown, Diamond Dog I think it's called. You know, the Boom Lay Boom Lay song. I believe that's in there, as well as I think there's like a Sully Erna song cut into the start of it. So there's some different music, and there's some stuff extended. I don't know what scenes are extended. I don't know what parts are in there that are different. I have no idea, but yeah, I wish that I had that one actually. Not that I mind having this one. I had no idea that existed until last night, and I found out about it just by a total fluke. But I'll probably talk about that another. It's something I was looking at, one of the features on this. So I might talk about that in another video. But as far as the Expendables goes, as you can tell by all the faces on here, it was an ensemble piece put together by Sly in 2010. And it really kicked off sort of the resurgence of decent action movies lately. I think, people always say everything's cyclical. And that's totally true. I think horror itself is in a lull right now, but action movies are starting to pick up, especially since like 2009, 2010, and 2010 especially with the kickoff of this movie. Yeah, Sly basically, I think from what I heard, some other guy, one of the writers of this film, I think David Callahan, again, you won't be able to see this, but anyway, pitched the movie, and Sly caught wind of it and decided to run with it, and I think he rewrote the script and kind of went with it from there. And he invited all these big sort of action stars into the mix. There's a couple that are missing in this movie for different reasons. This movie, however, does mark, I think, the first time that you get to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Bruce Willis in a scene together in any movie, which is pretty awesome, and it's kind of funny considering all three of them own Planet Hollywood together, or at least they started Planet Hollywood together. I don't know if they still own it or whatever. Yeah, that was always an interesting thing. You've got Mickey Rourke, Terry Crews. Terry Crews' character, Hail Caesar, I think was supposed to be like 50 Cent, and before that it was Forrest Whitaker, and before that it was somebody else, I can't remember now who, but he does an awesome job in it. Jason Statham plays definitely like the second character to Sly's lead. Then you got Jet Li, Randy Couture, Dolph Lundgren, and Steve Austin. So you kind of have a blend of like all the old school guys, some of the newer guys. Like I said, Schwarzenegger makes a quick appearance. I believe he's one of the more main characters in the sequel. I'm trying to think what the other guy's name is that's in this movie that they never really talk about. What is his name? It's going to drive me nuts. I'll have to drop it on here or something like that. But there's another guy that Statham and Lee fight near the end of the movie. But yeah, so it's really just like a throwback action piece. I'm not going to go too into the story or anything like that. They're all mercenaries hired on a contract to go up against this like South American dictator. I'm assuming it's like a made up island, Valena. Um, they eventually find out that he's like a puppet for this ex-CIA guy who's trying to grow, I think, cocaine there or something like that. And yeah, basically that's the story. They end up trying to take down this CIA guy, and the whole idea is that this island of Elena, it's kind of like a small island fortress, and there's an army there, so it's like basically a suicide job, but they take it on anyway because they're mercenaries with hearts. It has excellent action scenes, amazing dialogue and lines. You know, Sly really went out of his way to make this just like the action movies that you saw when you were a kid. From start to finish, this is just an exciting, fun movie. I really, really like this movie. It's you know, a lot of people will say, oh, you know, the CGI is kind of, you know, shitty, and you know, it's awesome, but it's not as good as like some of the older movies and stuff like that. But I honestly put this in really high regard. I like it almost as much as like something I would have watched in the 80s or 90s. I get a kick out of the characters. I get a kick out of the cast. I get a real kick out of the relationship between Lee Christmas, who is Jason Statham's character, and Barney Ross, who is Sly's character. They just have a really funny like friendship, and like he really built this movie to be something that you would want to watch if you were into those movies back in the day. So there's a lot of real nice nods and fun scenes. Lots of great action and fight scenes. I mean, when did you ever think that you would see Dolph Lundgren and Jet Li have a fight? Never. Randy Couture, being that he actually is like a wrestler and you know a fighter in real life, he has some really cool fight scenes. I like how the characters, like their personalities are in all of their fight styles. You know, Hail Caesar, he uses a lot of huge ballistics and big guns and stuff. Lee Christmas, he's like he's a martial artist, so everything he does is really tight, really coordinated. He uses knives. When he uses a gun, you know, it's a one shot, one kill kind of a thing. Then you got Barney, who's sort of a quick shooter, so he's shooting bullets off all the time with like pistols and stuff like that. Jet Li, he uses guns at the end, but he's martial artist, he's acrobatic. You see a lot of that in his style again. Randy Couture's character, his name in the movie is totally eluding me right now, but he's a wrestler, so like you see a lot of hand to hand with him. Dolph Lundgren, you know, he does some hand to hand. He likes shotguns. That's kind of cool. Steve Austin, also being a wrestler, I guess, and you know his former career, he does a lot of hand to hand. You know, it's just I think it's really cool how they all have their own style and their own way of doing things that correspond with their character. I really have nothing bad to say about the movie. I'm sure I've gone on enough about it here, and I know that most people have seen this and heard about it to death at this point, but I thought, oh, what the hell, I'll talk about it and make a quick video about it, especially with the sequel out, and when I do get to see the sequel, I will have a chat about that, so I thought I would line it up. But anyway, yeah, that is The Expendables. If you haven't seen it, which I'd be pretty surprised, you definitely need to see it. I think you can get this Blu-ray, which has the DVD in it, and the digital copy. I think you can get it for like, I think I saw it yesterday at Walmart for under $15. So, you know, that's a pretty good price for a Blu-ray. I don't know what the DVD would run. I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's like probably around $10. So there's definitely no excuse not to pick it up and check it out. Or, you know, you can check it out on video demand or however you get to see movies. But that is The Expendables. Talk to you guys later.